Exodus 7, the Supernatural Confrontation Audio Bible, the best narration. In the next episode, we'll witness the unfolding of the plagues. God will send frogs across Egypt as a new sign against Pharaoh's hardened heart. Don't miss what comes next. Shalom. Welcome to the Holy Book Narrated Bible. We've arrived at episode 7 in our journey through the book of Exodus. Here, the stage shifts. The God of the Hebrews is no longer just proclaimed. He begins to manifest his power before the throne of the most feared man on earth. Get ready for a confrontation that goes beyond politics and oppression. It is spiritual. If this word speaks to your heart, give this video a like, share it with someone, and subscribe to the channel to support this mission of spreading the truth of Scripture. God spoke clearly to Moses. See, I have made you like God to Pharaoh, and your brother Aaron will be your prophet. You shall do everything I command you, and he will speak to the king to let my people go. But the Lord had already determined Pharaoh's heart would be hardened. Therefore, Egypt would witness signs and wonders multiplied like never before. God wouldn't just free his people, he would reveal himself to the world as the one true Lord. Moses and Aaron obeyed without hesitation. Even in old age, Moses at 80 and Aaron at 83, they were ready. The time for talking was over. It was time to act. When they appeared before the throne, Pharaoh demanded a sign. Aaron, without flinching, threw down his staff, and before the astonished eyes of the Egyptian court, it turned into a living serpent. But Pharaoh, used to the deception of his magicians, commanded them to do the same. With their enchantments, Egypt's sorcerers also turned staffs into serpents. Yet something extraordinary happened. Aaron's serpent devoured the others. Even so, Pharaoh's heart remained hard. He refused to listen to the voice of God, even when faced with a miracle that exposed the weakness of his own gods. The next morning, God instructed Moses to meet Pharaoh at the riverbank, the sacred Nile. Staff in hand, word in mouth. The message was clear. Let my people go. Standing by the river, Moses declared judgment. By this you shall know that I am the Lord. With this staff I will strike the water of the Nile, and it will turn to blood. The divine strike would begin at the heart of Egyptian life, the Nile itself. Aaron stretched out his hand and struck the water, and the miracle occurred. The river turned to blood. Fish died. The stench spread. The water became undrinkable. This was the first blow. But the magicians, in their arrogance, imitated the sign. They used their tricks to produce the same result. So Pharaoh clung to the illusion of control. He returned to his palace as if nothing had happened. For 7 days, the Egyptians dug desperately for drinking water. Blood-covered rivers, canals, pools, and cisterns. The hand of God had touched Egypt, and this was only the beginning. God was not merely freeing a people. He was challenging the entire belief system of Egypt. Each plague would strike directly at the idols and false gods of the land. What seemed like a political conflict was, in truth, a spiritual revelation. And even after this first astounding sign, Pharaoh chose to resist. But the Lord does not retreat. When he decides to deliver, nothing can stop him. Egypt would learn step by step that there is only one true God, and he fights for his people. If this episode spoke to you, leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It helps us continue this mission of proclaiming the word with excellence. In the next episode, God sends the second plague. Frogs will cover Egypt in an even more vivid display of his dominion. Pharaoh will begin to bend, but his heart will remain conflicted. Don't miss the next chapter of this spiritual war.